Hi. So today we are going to go over contouring your nose. This is perfect if you have a bump in your nose, a bend, maybe a wide tip at the end of the nose, if you have a ball, if you have an upturned nose, anything that you have with your nose that's not completely straight and narrow, as far as side to side goes. If you turn in your profile and you have a bump this way on your profile, you just have a bump in your profile and that's okay. There's nothing that you can do to contour that to change the profile, because that's where the shape of your nose. But if you have wide this way, if you have a wide bridge of your nose, if you feel like you have a distance between your brows or between your eyes, or if you feel like your nostrils are a little bit wider, you can always highlight and contour those and minimize those really, really easily. And there's 4 tricks to it. No matter what it is that you want to minimize, there are 4 tricks. The first trick is the right color of contour shade. You want to use the contour shade called shadow. The reason being is shadow is intentionally made and intentionally designed to be a true shadow, and that's what you're looking that's what you're looking to get when you're contouring. So I'm going to take my shadow contour color, which is this one right here, and I'm going to take my multitasker brush, the small end, and I'm going to draw a line. Now, number 1 is the correct contour color. Number 2 is that your line from point A to point B, you want to be absolutely as straight as possible, no matter what your nose is doing, whether it bends here, whether it has a crook here, if there's a some people have like a chunk, maybe kind of like a bend if it had a previous break or anything like that. But regardless of which direction your nose is going anywhere, you always want point A and point B to be a completely straight line. So I'm gonna go, and I'm actually gonna start my straight line a little bit higher so that it has a little bit of a curve, so that the natural shape of my eye will accentuate the smallness of my nose. So if I take it from my brow bone right into here, and right here is where I'm going to go absolutely straight down. So no matter which way your nose bends, get that line 100% straight. All the way down to the tip, okay? Same thing on the other side. I'm gonna start the natural shape of my eye. And then from right here is where I go totally straight. So point A, and we're calling point A right about here, because this doesn't count. We're just not counting it. We're using that area to kind of help accentuate the shape of your eyes. So that can be part of your nose contour, but it's not part of shaping a straight, long, slender nose. So I'm gonna go over this. Hi girls. I'm gonna go over this so it's a little more defined. And as much as I possibly can, see I have a little bit of a tip at the end of my nose, and so naturally my hand is gonna wanna go outside of that tip, but I'm gonna keep them together and straight as much as I possibly can. So that's it with your shadow color. And then I'm gonna take my highlight color, and I'm gonna use, I'm gonna use the color Linen, which is this really, really light. It's brand new and it's perfect for everybody. I love linen. I'm gonna take the same end of my brush, and I'm gonna bring this light right down the middle. So tip number 1 is make sure you have the right shadow color. Tip number 2 is make sure that you have a straight line from point A to point B. Tip number 3, these 2 contour lines on the outside, the 2 dark lines, you want them to be as close together as they can be. The closer they are together, the more slender your nose is gonna be. And then tip number 4 is the highlight. A lot of contouring a nose. Did you love it? Using linen for the first time today? I'm obsessed with linen. I use linen like crazy. I love linen. So if you can get these two as close together as you can, the closer you can get them together, the better your contour is going to be. Whoops, I didn't mean to do that. I didn't mean to hit my nose with my brush. So then number 4 is the highlight, and the highlight is such a huge thing. So out here on the side, if you have a wide nostril area, if you have a wide bridge of your nose, instead of contouring that, putting dark there to shadow it, the more it's shadowed, the more it's going to stand out. Instead, you want to lighten and brighten it. So the only place you want contour in your nose contour is those 2 little lines right down the middle, as close together as you can, but make sure you leave a space so that your white highlight can fit in between there. And then everything else, especially if you have a wide bridge of your nose, if you darken this area right here, it's going to stand out more. What you want to do is lighten it, whiten it, and brighten it. So I'm going to show you what that does. And I don't have the right brush in my hand, but that's okay. Multitasker brush can do pretty much anything. So I'm staying away from that dark. I'm just lightening and brightening the sides of it. Let me grab my perfector sponge real quick. Give me 1 sec. So once you have all of your color in place, you can take your perfector sponge, or I did grab my Nose HAC brush, and just blend. And you want to really, really, really lightly stipple so that you don't move any of that color or blend the colors together, because you want to keep your dark on the sides and your light in the middle. You don't want to blend your colors together. You just want to blend them so that they're not harsh lines. Easy peasy, you guys. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. That's all you have to do for a nose contour. Now, if you have an upturned nose, or if you have like a really big ball on the tip of your nose, you can contour that as well. Bring your contour in to a tiny V. Here on the tip. There we go. And you can pretty much shape your nose to whatever you want it to be. It works so well. It's so easy to do. It literally takes you like 1 minute to do the whole thing. And that's it, Nose Contouring 101, super, super simple. If you have any troubles with your nose, if you want to know specifically what to do and how to contour your own nose, send me a profile picture and then send me a straight on picture and I'll draw on it for you. I'll send it back to you and I'll let you know what I think is the best way to contour your nose and to minimize those bumps and kind of misshapes that we sometimes have in our nose. Thanks guys, have a good day.